Wanted to get on here and say that I hope you're all well. I haven't really made a post about anything spiritual in a long time, so just for my patrons, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put this on IGTV or Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. I think I'll just keep this for you guys. But I have a book full of affirmations. I got a bunch of colored markers and this thin booklet. I think it's from Walmart. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. And this was like a gift from a loved one. It's very simple and it pleases my inner child because the child in me loves to story tell and play make believe and play dress up and be creative. That is something that pleases her. So, for all of you right now that are in the middle of a transition, or maybe you're just on the brink, you're going through the labor of the birth, you're going through, like you're almost there, you're literally like it's about to happen. What I find that is the pattern when you are trying to accomplish something, when a cycle is coming full circle and you're starting on a new thing, or you're leveling up in a sense in your life, your career, your finances, your education, etc., or maybe even just personally, you'll find that there'll be little things from the past or little booby traps or little last minute, like last stitch efforts to throw you off your game and to distract you or to make you fail your test. You know, things that make you lose patience, things that make you feel anxious, things that distract you from how far you're actually getting, even though it doesn't feel like it because you're not moving as fast as you're used to. And really, I'm preaching to myself here, but I've really been, I'm going through my own stuff right now. And it occurred to me, I was like, let me just take a deep breath. Let me shuffle some cards. Let me get in my zone. And it's really been helping me. And let me write down some affirmations. So every other day, as they come to me, as they are delivered to me, these are not words I made up for myself. I'm just minding my business, and like a light bulb comes off in my brain, like, aha, I have an aha moment, like, and I write it down, and it's usually some type of affirmation. And I use my markers and I get creative, and sometimes I scribble, but it's what I need, and sometimes I kind of draw, and that's what I need. It's been a wonderful gift. This something as simple as some crayons or some pens or markers and a couple sheets of paper stapled together to make a little booklet. Something that simple is not only pleasing my inner child, it's helping me heal. It's helping me to take care of myself in the midst of growth, because growth isn't always comfortable. There are many animals in the wild that shed their skin and they crackle and they molt, when they're growing, I think about nature. I think about the fact that in order to get to spring, we have to get through winter. And we're quite literally in winter now. So this message came to me and I felt the need to make a video and to just share with you all, because I know I haven't really talked much about spirituality on this Patreon in a while. I've been really focused on my craft and focused on the acting, but don't get it twisted. I am still a whole spiritual badass up in this piece and a whole human being up in this piece. So I've been doing both. I'm a whole person. I have a personal life, a spiritual life, a career, a creative habit. I have all the things. I am all the things. I am all. And so are you. But back to the affirmation, I really wanted to share it. I have it right here. And it's just words over some arrows pointing upward. It says, I pray for patience during the climb, which we just talked about. And then it says, God will manage what is unknown. That came to me, that I literally didn't make up those words. I was writing the first thing and boom, like an interruption of my thought that came. So I had to write it down. I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm writing it down. And then I heard loud and clear, and I felt it in my whole heart, my whole chest, and I feel it now getting ready to say it. It says, take joy in the rewards that have yet to be revealed. So I feel like that random interruption of me praying and literally asking for patience in the midst of this climb that I'm excited to be on. You know, like Miley Cyrus's song, The Climb. It's very much like that. This journey where all this really cool stuff is happening, but it's happening at a pace and it's happening in ways that I didn't imagine it to, but in a great way. It's working out for the better. So because things are happening, even though they're happening in a good way, they're unexpected, that can trigger some senses of anxiety. I was praying for patience. I was praying for peacefulness and acceptance and patience in the midst of this journey, this hike, this climb I'm going through, where cool things are happening and I'm on the rise, but it's still laborious and I'm not quite sure how fast I really am moving or if I should be moving at all, you know? And out of nowhere, as an interruption of my own thoughts, you know, well, leave all the management of the unknown, all the management of the things unseen, leave that to a higher power, leave that to source, leave that to spirit, leave that to the universe, whatever you believe in that feels real and true to you, leave that to the forces at be, because you are doing your part. You're exactly where you need to be. And that's what I needed to hear, so I wrote it down. And the whole take joy in the rewards that you've yet to receive, the rewards you have yet to hold in your hand. Like in the meantime, while you wait to have a thing to celebrate now. Celebrate knowing that there's celebrations to come. You know, take joy, take time to celebrate right where you are. You don't get to only be proud of yourself when you hit a certain mark. You can be proud of yourself now for hitting anything at all, if you will, or climbing or running any type of race at all. So that was the message I needed, and that came to me like a ton of bricks. I was like, oh my God. I was literally writing down a prayer, like what I wanted, and like manifesting patience in the middle of what I'm doing, and just being able to keep a mind about myself, and an interruption of my own thoughts, an interruption of my own words, this message. And I know I'm not the only one who needs to hear this. So also, what a coincidence / synchronicity. It's not just a coincidence that I heard it in those words, God will manage the unknown. And I happen to be represented by a company called Known Management Group. So it's so interesting that I'm hearing it in those words, the unknown. And I feel like in that one phrase, I'm understanding it as there's some things we can do. There's some things we can touch and we can immediately change. And then the rest is divine.